Welcome to this video where we're going to take a look a little bit deeper on connecting our families and getting our students logged in. So we're going to go back to that wrench again, and really, like I said in the first video, your wrench is really there for you to do anything within this particular class. So I'm going to click on the wrench in the top right hand corner of my screen. And what you're going to see is that menu come back up. Now, we went through the class settings and we talked about the student sign-on, but I want to take a look again at the different options. Now, I mentioned that you can do shared devices, and I want to show you that change, and just to kind of show you what it does. When I do a shared device, what it does, if I click on students at the bottom of my screen here, it's going to give me a sheet of paper that looks like this, or something I can print as a sheet of paper that looks like this. It's going to explain that if you're using home learning, to grab these codes. It's going to show how to open the app, how to choose the student, and it's going to show a QR code, and it's going to give you a sign-in code. Now, this sign-in code is only good for 1 hour, and then it revamps itself, or it changes, so that way these stay fresh. Now, if I click the student sign-in poster, which if your students are in your class is very handy, especially for your younger students, you're going to post this third page. Again, it's going to show picture icons on how to go through it, and it's going to show a QR code for students to scan. So you can post this around your classroom. When the students are ready to use their iPads or their Chromebooks to sign in, they scan the code and it takes them right in. Note this comment at the bottom here. Do not post codes on social media or any publicly accessible place on the internet. You want to make sure that you keep this code secure for your classroom. And this code will stay for the entire time you use this class, unlike the print codes that you see here or the copy codes that you see here. Those expire, but your QR code stays the same. Please do not post that publicly anywhere. All right, so let's talk about connecting families. We're going to click back in the wrench in the top right hand corner. And you're going to notice at the top that we had the option for students or for families. I'm going to click on families. And then what I'm going to do is turn on family access. And what this will allow parents to do is to connect with their student through Seesaw. Note that your parents will only be able to see their students' work. They will not be able to see other people's work. The only time that can be different is if you assign something to a student journal and you post it in several students' journal folders, then it's something that it will be accessible for more parents to see. But all of your student work is secure, and parents only have access to their journal. They do get notified when there's new posts, and you can privately message your families through it. So I'm going to click on Family Access, and you're going to see that an option comes up. Now, I can put in an email or a phone number and add up to 10 family members per student. So let's say you have students whose grandparents, let's say, live in another country, but they want to be able to see what their grandchild is doing. You can add them by adding in their email or mobile number. You can also send invites to them through either a link, or you could actually print them an invite. And you'll notice when I clicked print invite that I can change the invites to many different languages, so that way we really can stay global and connect our families to our students. When I click the print invites, you're going to see a downloadable PDF come up here, and it's going to give the directions and some frequently asked questions, and then it's going to give you 1 page per each student. They have a giant QR code. It tells them how to download the app. Please note that it's a Seesaw family app that the parents would download that is different than the app that the students are using, or they can go to the web browser, but again, it's a family app. It's a different location than where your students are going. They're not connected. They're not the same account. And then it walks them through the process for each child. Now, please note that, again, everything that the parents have access to stays in the student's journal. Nothing goes outside of there. But again, you can email them, you can send them a mobile number, and you can print the invites. When the parents sign on, you're going to get a notification in your wrench. So I'm going to click on that wrench again, and you can see at the bottom where it says Enable Families. You want to go here where it says pending family approvals and click on that, and anytime a parent or a family member connects, you're going to get a notice to go ahead and approve them. So you can choose who can and can't have access to the families or to that student's account. While we're in this section, I'm in the wrench still. I scroll down to families. We've turned on access to families. I showed you the invite. In manage families, let's say there's somebody that you need to disconnect, or you want to just take a look and see who is connected. This is where you can see that in that manage families. If you click invite families, it brings you right back to that same menu we were just on, where you can print those codes. Now at the bottom of the family section is an important one, the family likes, comments, and sharing. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to take a look at the options here. The first one we've already turned on. This is the enable family sharing. You can choose whether or not families can like or not the work that their students do. I like to turn it on so they can give a little heart on student work. You can choose whether or not families can enable comments by turning this on or off. If you do turn this on, I highly suggest that you turn on new comments require approval. That way, anytime a parent sends something, you see it first. That way you don't miss something. If something comes in a little odd or whatnot, you can have access to it to be able to either accept or deny. So now, if you think about everything we've learned in this video, you know how to get your students connected through the Family app. We've talked about different ways your students can sign on, and we talked about how families can download that Family app and have access to their child's work.